Everybody, Michael here from Get Fit Over 40. We got a lot going on. As you can see, I got two mics. I got an action camera here, the DJI Osmo Nano, and it's actually, I got my little screen here from it so I can stream it and I can see what's going on the screen, make sure I'm looking at what I want to look at, which is cool. And we've got the DJI Mic Mini, DJI Mic 2. I've got my Hohem V3 Ultra, and I've got my Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is recording this video right now. And the point of this video is to show you that, you know, especially if you've got a newer camera, a high-end, flagship camera, like a good quality iPhone or a Samsung or something else, or even a Pixel camera or whatever, one of the more later ones, then you can just get yourself a gimbal and get absolutely amazing video quality and smooth video. Now, these cameras nowadays, these phone cameras, do have good stabilization right out of the box without a gimbal, but you still got to be careful. There's still limitations, and you can't do all the fancy cinematograph. I can't even say it. What's the problem? What am I trying to say? Cinematography? Yeah, you can't do all that stuff so easily with just a camera in your hands. It's good to have something to get it out and do different crazy things. And when you have a gimbal, you can program it. You can do all kinds of crazy time lapse and have the screen spinning, and you can go from low to high with super smooth transitions and get really cool shots. That's a whole other video. This is basically focusing on the gimbal and the AI. So the AI right now, if I look down here, you can see I've got a screen on the gimbal and it's tracking me. If you can see it, there's actually a green box around my hat, and it's tracking me and it's keeping me in frame. So no matter what I do, right, it's gonna keep me really well centered. And I can put this on a tripod or something, or just use the built-in tripod, put it on a table, and I can walk around like 360 as many times as I want. It'll just follow me. So it's really cool. As long as I don't go too far away, it'll track me and keep me in frame. And I'm using my front camera. You can see here, I'm using the front camera. And what that means is I'm using the best quality lens on it. I'm using the highest quality lens to track this and getting the best quality, which is going to allow me, again, to get the best quality instead of using the rear screen, which is what most people have to do because they got to see themselves, right? Because you have to flip it around and you're using the selfie screen or the selfie lens, and that lens is just not going to be as high quality. Quite often, they'll only do up to 1080p, maybe 30 frame or 60 frame. Rarely are they going to be able to do 4K 60, and they're just not as high quality of a lens. They're just not going to be as good. So, if you want the best out of your camera, you want to flip it around and use that front lens. But the downside to that is you can't see the screen. So what do? Well, you got to buy one of these Hohem V3 Ultras with a built-in screen that I can take off. See, I'm taking it off, and I've got a little joystick on it. I got a thing to start and stop video. I've got other screens that I can flip through to change settings, turn on lights, start and stop tracking, move tracking around. Everything's controllable from this little screen from about 100 feet away even. So, they say 30 feet, but I've seen people go back way back and still use it, at least 50 feet. So there's that, right? So very, very cool. But I'm also testing out the audio too, because the other thing you're going to need is some sort of a mic. It's definitely a bonus having a mic on your camera, and you can't really see it because I'm using my camera, but there's a microphone on the left side over here. It's plugged into USB. I'm using my Mic Mini plugged directly into the camera or the phone, because what you get out of that is you get the best possible sound connecting direct to the receiver through USB as opposed to going through Bluetooth. Bluetooth sounds okay, but it's not as good. It's a noticeable difference, especially in the high frequencies. You don't get the crispiness of the voice. You get it okay. It's definitely better than a built-in mic, especially if you're far away from the camera. A built-in mic on the phone is not going to cut it if you're 20 or 30 feet away. You're not going to hear anything. So, anything's going to be better than that. But I'm using the best possible quality audio by using the Mic Mini connected through the transmitter receiver directly through USB to my phone, which gets me the best audio out of this mic. And then I've got my DJI Mic Mini, which is recording 32-bit flow audio directly to itself. So it's not connected to anything. It's just recording internally. And I'm going to sync that up later. The advantage to 32-bit audio is you just get so much dynamic range that you know, you don't ever have to worry about levels, because you can just crank up the level if it's too low and you won't get any noise, you know, ground level noise. And so to try to explain that, if you're recording at 16-bit instead of 32-bit, typically you're going to be recording at half volume a lot of the time. So you're actually recording at 8-bit in reality. Whereas if you're recording in 32-bit and you're still like in the half, you know, you're only recording half the dynamic range, well, now you're still recording at 16-bit. So you retrain, ouch, that hurt. I just got attacked by a prickle bush. So you're still recording at 16-bit, which means you've got as much dynamic range as possible. You've got all the bits and the data. It just sounds really, really good. So I'm going to be comparing this while I'm walking around just so you can hear it. There's not going to be a huge difference, I think, between the DJI Mic Mini and the Mic 2. Just, you know, maybe I'm going to be wrong about that. We'll find out. And then I've got the other mic that's built into my Osmo Mini, or sorry, my Osmo Nano, the DJI Osmo Nano. And because it's right here by my mouth, you know, if I had it far away, it wouldn't sound as good. But because it's right near my voice where I'm speaking, it's going to be working essentially just like a microphone like these ones. It should sound pretty close because the mics on these guys are pretty good. You know, they're decent, right? So we will find out. We will figure this all out by just, you know, playing it back. I won't know till I get this on the computer and I see it all for myself and hear it all for myself. But it's kind of a little test to see how this whole setup works. But the whole point of it is, you know, you get a gimbal like this. It's a couple $100 Canadian, just over. It's probably one of the best ones out there. The DJI makes a good one. Insta360 makes a good one, but none of them have this little screen that's built in, and that screen is the deal maker for me. Having that screen means I can flip the camera around. I don't have to guess where it's pointed. You know, last thing you want to do is record a whole video and find out your gimbal wasn't pointed at you properly. You know, you thought AI was tracking you properly, but you're off to the side or something. You know, if you want it off to the side, I can move it around, but I like it in the center for this purpose. Really cool. Yeah, the last thing I want to mention is I'm probably going to be uploading this in 3D as well, because I'm just going to start doing it. I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not, if it's worth the views, but I think watching in 3D is really cool. It makes the video even more interesting. And if you're on a Meta Quest, or you've got some sort of Apple Vision headset or something that you can play videos back off of YouTube in 3D, then you might appreciate that. And it doesn't take me a lot extra work. I've already edited the video. I've already made the video. I've already written the article. It just means I just got to convert it to 3D and upload it essentially, and just attach it to all the rest of the stuff. So why not, right? Well, the sun's coming out a little bit here, so maybe we can actually see what this camera looks like. So that's the other thing is, you know, this is a pretty crappy day, but it's not raining, and we got some sun, lo and behold, popping out, brightening everything up. But yeah, so hopefully this has been sort of interesting for you. You know, it's not really trying to focus on one specific product. I'm just showing you the combination of using a good quality camera phone with a good gimbal and a good mic system. None of this is expensive. These mics were like $130 or something, and it's like a whole kit with a charging case, 2 mics, the transmitter, receivers. You know, you can plug it into USB, you can plug it into line level if you want to plug it directly into a camera. These mic minis are really good value. Like, the mics in the past from these companies were kind of expensive, but DJI has definitely made it way more affordable with these mic minis. And, you know, they're probably going to be more than good enough for almost everybody, and they're so tiny. So yeah, that, again, along with a good phone of your choice, whatever platform you choose, it doesn't matter. Because I'm not using the phone's built-in app. I'm using this little screen to actually start and stop recording. I can zoom in and out as well, but I'm not using any other features of the app. I'm just using the built-in Samsung app because I'm using the screen on here, and I don't need to use their app. They do have an app. Hohem has an app, but I don't need it. I don't need it at all. So I'm used to using the Samsung phone app and video app, and that's it. So arm's getting a little tired. Hopefully this looks really good. I think it'll look good unless it stopped recording for some reason, but I'm recording on my Nano. I'm just going to flip this around. Did I stop it? Yeah, I'm still recording good, so I'm going to change my gimbal. So I'm just manually changing my gimbal here. I don't know why, but it went up for some reason. So I'm just going to do a little bit of walking with my gimbal facing forward. Just you know, because sometimes you're going to do like a walk and talk, but you want to show the forward spot. So I'm just basically walking forward with it. I can manually turn the gimbal using this control stick on here if I want it to push over a little bit. If I want to make it turn around on me, I'll just triple click it and it'll come around, and now it's focused on me here. Now I'm just moving the gimbal around, but I could push me over and down on the screen. Click once, and then it should track. I'm trying to get it to track me here. It's supposed to. If I click once, it should track me. There we go. Okay. I just had to use the one on the remote here, or on the actual gimbal. I could have used this little button here, but I was missing it. So yeah, so now it's tracking me again. If I want to shoot in front of me, triple click, and now I'm shooting in front, triple click, and I'm shooting me again, and oh, it's tracking me again. That's cool. It didn't even lose me when I switched it around. It remembered that I wanted it to track me even after I swung it around. So this is cool. I mean, this is such a neat gimbal. It's the perfect tool for someone who's an independent blogger. You don't have people to film you. You got to film yourself almost all the time. This guy tracks you. It's like having a video, you know, handyman, someone, professional guy you've hired. And, you know, that's kind of what I like about my Hover Air X1 Pro Max, is that I can use it like a little cameraman that follows me around. This one allows me to hold it and do other things and without all the drone noise. So it's kind of cool. I don't have to worry about drone noise with this guy and get a lot of the same type of videos in some situations at least. All right, thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to I'm getting tired. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.